I'm going on another rant, this time on protection of all things.
If you would like to learn about fairy folklore, delve into modern fairy faith spirituality, and explore fun and fanciful fairy-themed events, please subscribe to Fairy Fortunes for new videos every Friday.
Hello my fair friends, I'm Ruby Ruse and welcome to Fairy Fortunes. On today's episode, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about magical protection. The reason being is that I have been on TikTok lately. I do have a new TikTok account. At the time of this recording, I've only made one TikTok video. I do intend to start doing a few more TikToks because I really enjoy the platform and I'm having fun doing it. So please start following me on TikTok, and hopefully if you're on there, if you could start tagging me with videos that you would like to have my take on, that would be helpful for me because I'm still trying to figure out the TikTok world. So please help me out. But one of the trends that I've been seeing on TikTok, on Witch Talk if you will, they call it Witch Talk, is I see a lot of TikTok witches talking about the importance of protection. Oh my god, you can't do witchcraft unless you're protected. And my take on that is, why? What are you so worried about? What do you need protection from? What? You know? I think where this comes from is when you do magic, you do have the potential of attracting attention. So supernatural entities, whether they be ghosts of deceased humans or magical entities, spirits that are non-human in nature, like the fairy spirits that I work with, demons might be attracted to you if you do witchcraft. What is a demon? You know, the word demon is so loaded in our culture, in Western culture, I think, because it is so infused with Christianity. I know not what you mean by the word demon. I really don't. I don't know what that means. I don't need anybody to explain it to me because I really just don't care. How's that? When you do witchcraft, it's like going to a public park and singing in that park. You probably are going to attract some attention. You know, if you have a beautiful voice, people are going to want to know where the voice is coming from, and they're going to want to see whose voice that belongs to. And if they don't find the sound pleasing, you're still going to be attracting attention because people are going to be like, where is that horrible racket coming from? So does witchcraft attract attention? I think so, yes, I think it does. But, you know, if you go out and into a park and you spontaneously start singing in the park, like, do you need protection? Like, maybe. I go out in public all the time and I don't have a knife, I don't have mace, I don't have a gun of any kind, like, and I get through my life, I get through my day. So the reality is that sometimes really awful things happen to really good people and there's no reason for it. There's no rhyme or reason. Like, just because somebody goes out and starts singing in a park, that is not the reason that they are accosted by a terrible human being. That's not the reason. It's not the person's fault for attracting attention, is what I'm trying to say. It is the choice of the person who comes and tries to hurt them. It's their fault. Like, you're gonna attract attention, but if you're singing in the park and somebody wants to tell you how beautiful your voice is, that's on the person telling you that information. You don't even have to acknowledge their presence. You can keep on singing. You can completely ignore the person that wants to tell you how beautiful your voice. And likewise, if a person thinks that your singing is disruptive and horrible, you do not have to stop singing simply because somebody comes into your space and says, I can't stand the sound of your voice, stop singing. Likewise, in witchcraft, just because you're attracting attention does not give any being the right to accost you, to approach you, anything. If something comes into your space, you have the right to ignore them, and you have the right to tell them to go. So what do you need protection from? You know? What? What do these TikTok witches think is going to happen? You know? Like, what do you need protection from? Personally, I think, oh my God, protection! I think it's a form of gatekeeping, really. I find it completely annoying. Absolutely frustrating and annoying. I think, too, like, are you protecting yourself from having experiences, too? You know, like, I've mentioned a couple of times on this channel that I grew up in a magical family. We used charms and spells, and we were psychically inclined. We have visions and are mediums and have had interactions with ghosts and that kind of thing. You know, when a ghost tried to communicate us, if we weren't in a position where we could have that conversation, we just told them to go away. You know, and that's the same thing with human beings. Like, if somebody is in your space, you just tell them no, or you do what you have to do to get yourself out of that situation. So I don't think that you necessarily need to take all of these protective manners. Like, what does that even mean? Like, what? And if we encase ourselves in a bubble, what kind of experiences then can we hope to have? If you put on a suit of armor, no one can touch your skin, and you are now shutting yourself off to those sensory experiences. There's a large difference between magical experiences and experiences that are psychotic in nature. You know, if something is causing you harm, you need to seek help. And sometimes that means seeking a psychiatric form of help. And there is no shame in that. And I think that's a conversation that we need to talk more about in the magical community. Witchcraft, magic, occultism, none of these things should be causing you harm. They should not be damaging you mentally and spiritually. Now, can people curse you? Yes. I've talked about curses before on this channel. I actually think that curses are the easiest form of magic to do. I don't think that you need any kind of specific magical training to launch a curse at another human being. They are that easy. And are they harmful? Absolutely yes. But there is a way to dismantle them. It is a process. It can take time. And sometimes that process involves the help of medical and mental health professionals. But magic itself is not going to cause anyone any harm. Magic is a way for us to connect with the universe, with divinity, with nature, with ourselves. I'm not really sure what we need so much protection from. I meant this video to kind of be a short articulation of my own personal thoughts, but I almost feel like it's growing into a much larger concept than I really intended to in this video. So, you know what? Can you help me out and talk to me a little bit about what you do magically in terms of protection? Are you in agreement with me? Like, what are we trying to protect ourselves from? This video was one of my unscripted topics, so I may not have made any sense at all. So if you could help me out and ask me some questions so that I can maybe clarify my thoughts in a longer video, that'd be helpful. Let me know. Unfortunately, I feel like I kind of went into a rant on this video. Sometimes rants are a good thing. So if you liked this video, I think you might also enjoy my rant on the most annoying thing in fortune telling, which I will have linked for you in a panel right next to me. Please check out my website, www.fairyfortunes.com, and all of my social media handles. And yes, I'm on TikTok. As I said, please help me out. Tag me in videos that you would like me to give my take on that would be helpful. My handle, of course, is Fairy Fortunes, just like all of my other social media handles. And with that, have a magical day.